So it was me and my date and
Ooh! I didn't have a date. No?
this was, I mean, yes, I had a date, but
Hey guys,
hi, welcome back. We're Kinda Cultured. I'm Asia,
I'm Carla.
and this is your midweek podcast where you're slightly more cultured. What do you think?
Yep, sort of.
Sort of, kind of.
So we're back with our second episode. Today we are going to talk about, first we're going to talk about what we're watching right now, because we're watching a lot of stuff.
As I'm sure you guys are too. Your Netflix binges, your Amazon Prime stuff, your Hulu.
HBO.
If you still have a subscription after Games of Thrones. I don't know. Yes.
And then all the things that are coming, like Disney Plus.
Yeah, when is that coming? But yeah, Carla, what are you watching?
So right now, well, last week I binged The Society and Dead to Me, which, okay, loved both for different reasons. The Society, you haven't watched either?
No.
The Society, I didn't think I was gonna like it because it's like about high school students, and it's a little bit sci-fi, which like I'm usually more into, like, you know, realistic kind of stuff. But it hooked me from the beginning. Like it had suspense, it had drama, it had strong personalities, a lot of girl bosses,
Nice.
which I loved. And there's this actress that I found, like I saw for the first time there. Her name's Kelly on the show. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. Every time she came on, I was like, how can someone be so beautiful? And like most of them were gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, also another one that her name's Helena. She's so beautiful. Like they're both so freaking pretty. Yeah, well, sorry. I mean, but yeah, so the show is like about this group of kids that live in like a small town in like Mississippi or something.
BFE.
Like Alabama or something. You know.
You know. We've heard about them in the news as of late.
Alabama, check. 2 mentions for 2 episodes.
Yes.
So controversial. Yeah, so they go on a trip as like junior, senior high school class, and then when they come back, no one's in the city and no one's in their town, and like they can't figure out what happened, and so the whole process of them like adjusting to their new society, which I'm not gonna give away any spoilers, but it's so good. It's like 8 episodes, I think, maybe 10, but it's like I watched it in one weekend. I don't have a life. And then the other one is Dead to Me, which is with Christina Applegate and
Love her.
What's the other? Do you know the other actress name?
No, because
She was the one from like Geeks and Freaks.
Freaks and the one that's in Endgame at the end. No, I don't know her name, but I know her.
Well, yeah.
Her.
So, whatever. Yeah, it's so good. They position it as like a comedy.
Yeah.
Sitcom or not
Yeah.
sitcom?
Well,
is it the right word?
Well, comedy
What's a sitcom?
with like mom, dad, child.
Really?
I think so.
Well, that has a mom and a dad and a child.
Like it revolves around their life and hijinks happens.
I thought sitcoms had to do with like the length and the genre.
I mean, maybe. I don't know, maybe I'm just putting 2 and 2 together, but I thought sitcoms was like fun for the whole family. Like you're supposed to like sit and watch it with your family. So the content is usually like.
But isn't Friends a
family
sitcom?
based.
Or
I mean,
How
it
I Met
is.
Your Mother?
Those
are sitcoms.
Those are still sitcoms.
But they are not, for all audiences.
I think Friends is pretty tamed.
No. There was an episode where they were looking for condoms. And they had to like,
Okay. The kids would have to like walk away for a little bit, but
cover their eyes and ears.
yes. We'll check back in with that.
Yeah.
But yes.
So, what was I saying? Okay, Dead to Me. Yeah. Well, I think so I thought a sitcom was like comedy genre and like 30-minute episodes. Maybe not. Whatever. It's 30-minute episodes. It's a very short show, but I hope they renew it because it's so good. first of all, Christina Applegate is like the best. Like
Yes.
she's so funny and such a good actress, and like she's so natural.
Yeah.
And even though she's like in her 40s, she doesn't try to be younger. She's perfect for the role.
Yeah.
And just the show is super fun to watch, and like it's like it has mystery in it,
Yeah.
which I love. That's like all the shows I watch. But yeah, recommend both of them. A++.
Yes.
What are you watching?
So, 2 things. One of which I'm sure you're all gonna laugh at. Do you know what Totally Spies is? Like the show?
No.
It's a cartoon, guys.
Oh my god. Oh my god, the one with the 3 girls?
Yes.
Throwback Thursday.
Just
Throwback
found
Wednesday.
it for you guys. It's on Amazon Prime, and they have all the seasons. And
They have more than one season?
they have several seasons. Like I think it ends with a movie, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
That I don't remember. But I love that show. I loved it as a kid, and I love it as an adult. It's great for young girls, but I also think it's great for like adults. It's still like girl power ish. It's girl power ish, but I realized that like one of the girls, Clover, she talks about like boys a lot, so like maybe not her, but the rest of them are very like girl power.
Empowered?
Yeah. And obviously there's spies, like, which is, I guess, a male-dominated career, you know,
Is it?
007.
I guess we don't know, because we, they're
I don't know any
they're
spies.
Hidden. They're hidden, so we
Yeah.
don't know if it's a male-dominated career.
Who knows? You're right. Who knows? But it's great. You should go watch it if you haven't watched it before. That's on Amazon Prime. And I'm also watching this show called Lost Girl. I was actually babysitting when I saw this for the first time, and the kids were like, oh my gosh, I'm watching this show, which is pretty sci-fi, sort of like...
The kids were watching the show.
The kids were watching
So
the
it's
show.
little kids. Like,
No, it's actually like MA.
oh.
It's for mature audiences, but...
How old are these kids that you babysit?
like 12, 13, 14, maybe.
Okay, no, they're...
I mean, some parts of it, like, I think you should probably, like, skip over. But, I mean, at the core of the show, it's, like, about this girl who didn't realize that she's a succubus. And, like, she, like, is killing people left, right, and center. And she doesn't realize, like, she has these powers. And it's a lot. But it's a Canadian sci-fi show that's really cool. And you should also go check it out.
And it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. It's really cool.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yep.
When I was watching The Society, there's a scene where they do like not a scene, I guess an episode where they do prom,
Mm-hmm.
and it's super sad because there's no one there to celebrate with them. It's just them, and they're not. I mean, I don't want to give away any spoilers, but you should watch it regardless. But like, there's no one there, and like they can't really leave the town, so. Yeah, even though they're graduating, they're not really, because they're not going. I mean, they are
There's nowhere to
graduating,
go.
but they also like aren't having the ceremony because.
Yeah, and there's nothing that comes after. There's no
Yeah.
like college or.
Yeah, exactly. So it's super sad, but it got me thinking. Like, it looked like a pretty regular like TV prom,
Mm-hmm.
even though it wasn't a regular prom. But it just got me
Post-apocalyptic
thinking
prom.
about my prom and how different it was and how sad it was in a different way. Just because we
Yeah.
only had like 30 people there, and it was, I guess, it was juniors and seniors, and like they
Yeah.
threw it for us, but we were only like 12.
Oh wow! So you have 2 proms.
So so when you're in junior year in my school, so I went to school in Venezuela, but it was like an international school, so we have like American traditions and also Venezuelan traditions, and we get both holidays, like
Nice.
for Venezuela and the U.S. I mean, not all of the U.S. ones, but a lot of them.
Thanksgiving.
Yes. Even though we don't celebrate it.
And no one should because Indians. Christopher Columbus did not. Okay.
We can do a whole other episode in November about why Thanksgiving should not be celebrated. But it's
Okay.
nice to have days off.
Sure.
But not for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
So what was I even saying?
You were saying that you had American and
Yeah,
Venezuelan.
so when you're in junior year, you throw like a prom, you organize a prom with the help of like 2 teachers for the seniors that are graduating. And then when you're a senior, juniors organize your prom for you.
Okay.
So my prom was like at a water park, but like no, okay, no,
What?
no, okay, because one of the kids like it was a junior class owned the water park,
Okay.
so it was like
This sounds like prom Gossip Girls edition. You guys sound like the rich and famous.
no.
She took a while to say no. I think
No. So they had the party at like
like banquet hall or something.
yeah, like a banquet hall. Yeah, I was trying to find the word. And where they had like parties, but like indoors.
Okay.
I wasn't about to go outside and in dress and heels. But yeah, so we had a prom that we had like stage, where they were gonna crown the king and queen.
Fancy.
Yeah, and we invited like all our favorite teachers, and it was fun. But it was like, so the junior class was like what, like 35 people.
Okay.
So I guess we had more than 30. Maybe they were like 30.
Okay.
We were 12 seniors.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so we were very like a close bunch because we only had each other.
Yeah. 12.
And our school did a lot of competitive stuff, like recycling competitions, and like we would run around the whole city like trying to win, like trying to find like cardboard and whatever to recycle. So it brought us together. We did like Spirit Week, and we had to like, it was a competition too. It was super fun. But yeah, so prom, even though it wasn't a serious thing because we're like so few people, and it doesn't really matter like prom queen or king, like it's 12 people. How popular can you be?
Among 12 people.
I personally always thought I was gonna be prom queen, and like other people did too. Like I'm pretty sure. Like if you're watching, let me know. But like no, I talked to my friends and like they're like, yeah, of course it's gonna be you, and I'm like, I don't know, and like I didn't really care. Like it means nothing to like be or not be prom queen in my school.
It doesn't mean anything anywhere. Yeah, but it is cool.
I guess. But yeah, so whatever. It was like the night of prom, and I was like, oh, whatever. I'm gonna win. Well, to my surprise.
Best laid plans.
I'm not gonna, get too controversial here, but whoever was in charge,
you know who you are.
Please don't watch this. They chose someone else, and the person didn't show up to prom. So I guess it was 11 of us. And then they were like, oh, you win, and then, oh, she's not here. And then they're like, oh, okay, well, you win. Congrats, come on. And yeah, the girl's like, oh,
it's like 12
cool.
People. It's like, it's not you, it's you.
So yeah, I ended up not winning, and the guy that we all thought was gonna be prom king won, of course, and yeah, no, because he was, I love him so much, and he's like a really good friend still, and he was expected to win because he's just awesome and like whatever, and he was also a favorite.
Nice.
In all the crowds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, without getting too controversial. But he should have been because he's great and awesome. But yeah, so, and I remember, when we threw prom to the seniors, we didn't really know them.
So you just
so it was really awkward. Like we were just there, like we rented out at like a bar because one of the girls that was in my class owned the bar, and
not rich. I don't know.
Stop it. It's different. In Venezuela, it's different. Like it's not the same things in the U.S. Owning things,
Okay.
It's not the same thing. But whatever. Okay, so we closed down the bar, whatever. It was like a small bar. It wasn't. And we sat all together, like all the juniors, which was my class, and then all the seniors.
So you had 24 people there.
Yeah. Because they were like a very small class too. But I think the smallest class we ever had was 9 people.
That's really good in terms of like the teacher having time to like, develop a, relationship with each kid and teaching and stuff.
Yeah, the bad thing was like French, for example, it was 3 of us. Because it was electives. Yeah. And so like other people chose art or whatever. Which was good because we got very personalized attention, but bad because
you can't like mess up.
Exactly.
The class of 3.
And you can't like get out of class or because they're gonna notice,
Yeah.
So yeah, How was your prom? Were you prom queen?
No. But I was nominated, and it's always an honor to be nominated.
So how does that work? Like, who nominated? Tell me the whole process of like.
So, I don't really remember the nominating process too much. I want to say that someone nominates you, and then someone has to like second that. Like, one person has to propose it, and another person has to agree. I think. I don't even think I was in the room. But pretty much, I think someone has to say like, I, think this person should be it. And then someone else has to agree. And then maybe out of like, I don't know, like 8 people get nominated, and then you vote at prom.
Wait, so 8 people were nominated out of how many?
Our graduating class was a lot. I don't know the number, but well over 200. It was.
Wow, being nominated is a great thing.
Yeah.
Out of 200 people.
I mean, it could be 400. Like, I don't know. But it was a lot. It's a lot of people in the graduating class. But I've gone on record of saying prom is the most magical experience. I mean, not my prom, but in general, I think prom is like the closest thing to like
a fairy tale.
Yes.
Oh God.
I'm such a purist. Like, I think it's great. Like, I mean, in our school, like, I had like a really good high school experience as far as I'm like.
Same.
I don't have any complaints. I think that it's not like the stuff you see in movies where it's like super cliquey or super like mean people. Everyone, like the people that were in my class, like most of them I knew from kindergarten. So it's hard to be mean to someone you've just always known. And like, although there were cliques, like obviously there's like, maybe like the quote unquote nerds, I guess, or like the jocks or whatever. Like a lot of jocks were nerds, and a lot of nerds also did dance, and like they were also in yearbook. Like everyone was multidimensional, which is
same. In my school, I mean, we couldn't afford to have like the jocks or the whatever, the theater kids. Like we couldn't. We were just all everything.
Yeah.
Like, I was a good student. Like I was an okay student. High school was my worst student time in my life, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I was like a 3.3 GPA kind of girl.
That's
3.25.
That's so good.
I played sports terribly, but I played. I got to travel to the few cities that we went in our country, and meet really cool people. I was in MUN at some point. I was like doing art. I did everything, and like most people did everything.
Yeah.
Because it was only 12 of us, so we had to do things. Mm-hmm. But I had a great high school experience too.
Yeah. Like, I mean, obviously, I think my worst or the most stressful year was senior year. I think there was just a lot of politics going on, like in my friend group. But everyone in high school was great. Like, a lot of people I'm still friends with. I don't have a problem with anyone. Like, it was great. So the whole prom situation, like, I think our theme, I don't even remember. I don't remember.
You had a theme? That's so cute. Just like in movies.
Yeah, and like it was voted on. Like, there's some, like they have like a prom committee, I think, or maybe like a class of like our senior class, like they got together and then they came up with a few ideas, whatever, people voted on it. I think it was like Las Vegas. Was it Las Vegas? Barbara Goldman, class of 2012, let me know. It was a great experience. I just remember like silly stuff, like putting up my dress and like meeting there with like my friends. I remember that like no one ate the food. It wasn't even that it was
eating all the food.
It wasn't even like bad food or anything like that. I think people were just so excited to like get on the dance floor. And like because we're such like it was a big class, but we're like a close class, like everyone was just happy to be with one another, like this last hurrah type thing.
So cute.
Like, I mean, maybe I'm like romanticizing it. Maybe I don't like know everything that happened in every friend group or whatever, but at least for mine's, like,
it was a good experience for you.
It was. But like, there's like, okay, there was drama that ensued. There was. And
we weren't big enough for drama. like we couldn't. It's 12 of us. What drama?
I mean, cause like after prom, like we went to a rent, is what we used to call it.
A what?
A rent. So you would rent. So you would go to like a hotel. Like someone would like ask their older brother to like rent a hotel, and they would have like mini parties. So like maybe like several people went, and then they would have like several rooms, and you had like those 3 rooms to like party at.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And like I have never been a partier. So it was me and my date and
Ooh. I didn't have a date. No?
this was, I mean, yes, I had a date, but
You don't want to talk about it?
no. But yeah, I remember like there was like, you know, a bunch of other like couples and a bunch of other like friends there, and I was such a weird child, high schooler. I didn't drink at all. So prom night was the first night that I actually had like alcohol, and I remember it was banana flavored vodka, and I've never drank again.
Like, why would you do that to yourself? That's literally the worst way to like
introduce.
Yeah.
It was the worst. And yeah, it was the worst. But yeah, I just remember like leaving there, we went to like the Burger King on Collins in Miami.
Party hard.
Yep. And that's it. Like, I mean, I like the idea of prom. I like the idea of having like this one last hurrah type thing and everything. But like, it was okay. It was only okay.
You know what I think is tacky, and hopefully I'm not being offensive? The flower things.
Oh, the corsage thing?
Yeah.
I think it doesn't look great.
It doesn't. Like, that's as far as I know.
Yeah.
Because I've never, you know,
I mean,
had one, but
I guess it's just the gesture. Like, I remember, like, I was really happy to receive it. I was like, oh my god, thank you.
Wait, how? What?
Like
Don't you just buy it?
No, so your date is supposed to get you a corsage.
What?
Wait a minute.
What's the flower thing?
Yeah, that goes on your wrist.
That's horrible. And they wear one too.
So yeah, they wear theirs, and it's called like a boutonniere, I think. And
you're so fancy. You know all the things.
I think. And then they're supposed to get the similar flower, or they're supposed to like ask you before, like, what color is your dress? And then they get you the flower that corresponds.
That is so American.
It's cute. And like, I remember like, I have like where I was living, I had like a spiral staircase. So like, I would come down the stairs, and he and his mom was like there waiting.
Wow.
And I tripped coming down the stairs.
No, that would happen to you.
It would.
Like,
but point is that like it was a great build up, like, you know, and then you get the corsage, and then you're like, oh my god.
He puts it on in front of everyone.
Yeah. So and I think he rented some car, but I'm like I'm not a car person. But it was like matte, which was supposed to be like cool.
This poor kid.
I don't know how much that set him back, but I would have preferred a check. Like,
seriously?
It was just a card to me. So like, yeah, and then our parents like saw us off, and then, you know, like that aspect is cool. Now, but it's still like,
how much do people spend on prom night, like to get ready and to like buy the dress and all that? Like, how much do you think?
I spent maybe $450, I guess, on my dress, which I think is relatively normal. I heard a lot of people spent like $1,000 on their dress. I know my friend spent $400, maybe $500 on her dress.
Wow,
it's a lot of money. And then like hair, and then makeup, and shoes. I mean, the whole thing will set you back
like $1,000,
$1,500.
Wow.
And like, I didn't pay for like the hotel. I didn't pay for the car. I know for guys, like, those are probably things that they would have to pay for. So.
Is that the only party you guys have though? Or do you have like graduation night party?
No. Graduation, people were already like,
Oh, because it's during the day here, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
We had like things leading up, like, you know, like grad bash, which is like where you go to like Universal. We had
We call it senior trip.
yeah,
You go to Universal because you live in Florida.
exactly. You know, you're right. Like, I'm sure every like state has a grad bash, but I don't know where they go.
I know in New Jersey or like Pennsylvania, they went to Ocean City, Maryland.
Oh wow,
Which
don't
is
know
like
what's there.
Yeah, no, me neither. But like they talk about it because I went to school in Philadelphia, like undergrad, and people just say like, "Oh yeah, I went for my senior trip or whatever." We went to Cancun. So much fun, much fun, and like it just
not the restaurant for Miamiers. They went to Mexico.
It was so much fun. Like I think it was the first time a lot of us were like alone.
Yeah.
You know, it was. I don't think it was it wasn't my first time.
What's
like,
chaperones? Like
our chaperones were like the older sister of one of my friends and her husband.
Okay.
So they were like super young and cool and like would let us like do anything, but also took care of us, obviously.
Wow.
But it was so much fun. Honestly, like it brought us so much closer together. We did some crazy things, like partying and whatever. And we went to super cool clubs. It was so much fun.
What?
Yeah, we got really drunk.
Oh my god. Now that you said a club, I did go to a club. Now that
During prom night?
Yeah.
That memorable.
I forgot. I don't even remember what it's called. Like,
is it in Miami Beach?
I think it closed. Closed, guys. I don't know. I just remember waiting in line, and like I hate waiting in line, so I was just like, I'm ready to go. Like, and then once we got in there, like
paid $50.
it was
usual in Miami.
A waste. Like it was just an absolute waste.
As it usually is here.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, but like.
I mean, I just think it's like it's what you like. It's not for everybody, but it was.
No, but also like it's expensive here. Like you pay $30 at the door, and then you have to pay $50 for a bottle or more, and then it adds up.
There's no such thing as a cheap night out in Miami.
No, not in Miami. No. In Philly, we would go to this club every Thursday. They would have 50-cent drinks. Was it 50 or 25 cents? No, I think it was 50 cents.
Still a deal.
Yeah, and you would pay like $2 to get in. And then drinks were 50 cents, I think until midnight, if I'm remembering correctly.
What?
Yeah. We would order like 6 at a time and like chug them and to be young.
50-cent, what is it?
The drink?
Yeah.
You could get whatever, like a whiskey sour, like a vodka cranberry. I would get vodka sodas and like hate my life.
Wow.
But they're low calorie, so.
But like, is it just for girls?
Everyone.
So how are they making their money is my question. Well, it's every Thursday, just one day.
Every Thursday. And only from like 9 to 12, I think. Or 9 to 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, you would buy regular drinks after 12.
Yeah.
Because they close at 2. Everybody closes at 2 in Philly.
I mean, clubs here, do they close?
They open at 2 a.m. They open at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And then you're there till like 10 a.m., which I cannot do, personally.
I am not out at 2 a.m. If I'm out at 2 a.m., someone's dead. Like there's no reason on God green earth why I'm out at 2 o'clock.
No. Whenever I go out here, if it's sometimes people just push me to like stay out, and like it's not like I'm like, oh, I want to leave, and they're like, no, stay. I just like if we're having a good time, yeah. But ideally, I would never want to be out of my bed past like midnight.
Yeah, I mean, since I was 16, I've been growing more and more middle-aged, so
You're like 45 right now.
I get tired at like 10ish. I go to bed late, but it's.
But you stay up till late. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like working sometimes on projects, like we finish like brainstorming or whatever at 11. She's like, okay, I'm gonna work on this right now, and I'm like, I can't do that. And then she'll go to bed at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Or not go to bed at all.
Yeah, like I can do that, but like I need like 4 days to recover. Like I do that, like I do that knowing like, okay, I have to get this done, and then it's like the next week I'm like dead to myself. Like I can't do anything.
But I was gonna say, I asked you because prom for us is like super. It's like we buy a dress if we want. If not, I mean,
It's
most people
informal?
buy a dress. No. Like, you can use an older dress that you have, but most people buy a dress and, like, shoes. But, like, we also have to buy a dress for graduation night, where we have, like, the ceremony, and then we have the party afterwards.
Oh.
In my year, only I did a party, because a lot of my friends, like...
Oh, you mean, like, individual parties, like, with your families? Or you mean, like, together?
No, okay, so normally, people throw parties, like, with their whole class, and, like, everybody gets, like, 6 or 7 or 8 invites, depending on the... And you have, like, a list of friends in common that you invite that are a part of your 8 passes or whatever. But my class, because a lot of them had family overseas and, like, didn't have, you know, enough people, like,
there.
Maybe they didn't live in Venezuela anymore or whatever. I threw a party, and it was also my dad's birthday.
Oh, well, it works.
So we celebrated, like, together. And I invited, like, my class to my party.
Yeah.
And most of them went. I think all of them went. And it was super fun. Like, got drunk. Oh my god! After the party, this is like one of the best nights of my life. After the party, we went to my house. It ended at like 3 a.m.
Okay.
We went to my house. I got everybody clothes to jump in the pool.
Oh god. No.
Like PJs, like my dad's PJs, my brother's PJs, like for the guys, and like for the girls, like my PJs or whatever. And we all jumped in the pool, like with our makeup and our hair done. And we stayed there until sunrise, like 9 a.m. or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just like talking and swimming.
Yeah.
Hey, that's nice. That's a close class.
Yeah.
But that's beautiful. Like,
it is beautiful. It was so much fun. And like we
great.
took like 1,000 pictures. Because I was super into photography. I still am a little bit, but
that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like definitely one of the benefits of having a smaller class. Like, I mean, although like I thought like our class was close, I'm sure there's kids in the yearbook I wouldn't recognize, like, because it's just a lot of people. But that's cool. We don't have like a designated party after graduation. For sure, like people like went their separate ways literally after. But no, yeah, graduation, that's it.
But also our parties at night. So like after the party, you go home, change if you need to change, and then like go straight to the party.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're party
That's
people,
cool.
Venezuelans.
Wow, but that's cool. That's really cool.
So, we're gonna wrap it up here. We got really sidetracked from Netflix, but I guess it was still an interesting conversation where I at least got cultured about the, I guess, real life process of prom that you don't see in movies, or I guess you do, but you know, the little extra of real life. What did you get cultured on?
I got cultured on prom from an international standpoint. I didn't realize, well, class size is, I had, like, that's crazy. Like here we're fighting to just have 20 kids in the room, and that's still a lot. So 12 people per teacher is great.
But it's because it's an international school. Like regular Venezuelan schools, they have like 100 people per class, like to graduate. No, like the graduating class is like 100 people.
Okay.
Like 90.
I thought you meant like 100 people per class.
No,
and I was just
no.
So who's breathing in there?
And they also don't do prom.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. They do graduation night and all that.
Yeah.
Or day, I guess, because it's in the morning, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they don't do prom at all. It's like very American, and I guess we're like the Americans of the
Venezuelans.
Of the Venezuelans, the Venezuelan education system or whatever.
That's really cool.
But they did force us our senior year to have a class about like Venezuelan history.
Oh.
And the lady that taught it, she was super nice, but also we didn't take her seriously because it was just our last year, and
you're ready to go.
Yeah, and also because of the whole political situation, we don't want to be talking about Venezuela. In class, you know, it was just like a government like mandatory, and we just
weren't interested.
No,
that sucks.
But yeah,
wow, but yeah, I am definitely more cultured about the Venezuelan education system and their proms.
And there's so much more.
I know, right? Like, I mean, I think this is super interesting. Like, when we really like, if we were to really like get into it, like the differences, I'm sure would be like.
Yeah, and so we've been getting feedback from. Well, we got feedback from our viewers and our friends from our first episode, and one of the things that people said that they want to get cultured on, or kind of cultured on, like the differences in our stories, I guess, because she grew up here and I didn't, and we just met at this like random point in our lives.
Yes.
And so we'll get you cultured, kind of cultured on
Caught
that
up
too.
on our life and stuff like that.
Yes.
So before we close out the show, we just want you guys to like, follow, and subscribe on our YouTube channel.
Yes, very important. And also, just so you know, you can listen to the podcast on Spotify, Google Play Music, and iTunes.
Yes.
And so yeah, you can
also send your questions.
Oh,
if you guys are just dying for our opinions, if you have any
anything,
you have any burning
astrology,
questions,
anything.
Yes.
Oh, well,
what?
I was gonna do a very what do people call that? Like
reading?
No, not reading. When you like insert your things into not insert, that's the wrong word. Okay, well, I was gonna say I'm doing a Twitter thread on astrology on my Twitter, which is at buscarla. I'm gonna put it like here, somewhere here on the screen. And it's gonna be tomorrow, so I guess by the time this goes live, it's already passed, but you can still see it on my Twitter. So yeah, go. And if you have any more questions about astrology, you can email us at
Kinda Cultured Podcast 4 at gmail.com.
Yes, and we'll also put it on the screen, so you can,
and in the box below. So
yes. Oh, another thing that we heard from your feedback, I guess this is the longest closing ever.
Yes.
But we're gonna start putting more of the things that we talk about, like links and all of that, in our description box and also on our Instagram, which you should follow and like. It's at Kinda Cultured. Yes.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll see you there, and if not, we'll see you on our next episode.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you guys.